Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM20 Career Mode, episode 146. We're at the Giro d'Italia. It's part 2 of that. We're on stage number 6 of the 21-stage race. And to be honest with you, I'm really worried about this race. For one, it's the only one we don't have the fitness peak for. Or, sorry, the objective. We actually do have a fitness peak, though, so we're in better shape than last year already. But that fitness peak is not going to last much longer. We might get a few more days out of it, maybe 4, 5 at the most. So we have to take advantage of it while we can. Now, Rodriguez is 5th overall right now, in a fairly good position overall. It wasn't perfect on that last and the only mountain stage we've had so far, but it was still ultimately a good result. A lot of riders lost significant amounts of time. We lost a small amount of time as there was a little break. 3 riders that went clear. I think it was 3 riders that went clear, and we were aiming for hitting that sort of split or controlling and beating the field. But my lead-out riders, we weren't yet to the front. We were working our way up when that little attack happened, so we missed the timing on it. And while we beat everybody else, we weren't able to quite gain on that entire group. We did beat some of them, and some of them lost time. So, I mean, it was relatively good. And overall, 46 seconds is not much. A lot of the riders that are in the current top 10 are not very good time trialists. So there's a lot of riders that are going to lose time in the time trials later on. We have one on stage 10 and then again on stage 21. So we've got a couple opportunities to pick up some time. So all in all, you know, we're still in good shape. Now, for this stage, it's just a punchy one, and we've got to try to take advantage while we can. Rodriguez on a +3 today, so we're going to see what we can do here. One of our strongest. He's been bad condition like every day. So we're going to start it at 95 here with Gazzoli. We need to push and push now. I actually wanted to already form this before hitting this climb, but kind of missed that doing my introduction. All right, well, anyway, here we go. Pushing on. Jorgensen's there. Johnson's there. We are all in position. Nice. If we can get a little separation as we go up this Category 4 climb here in just a moment. We've got the downhill section coming, and then we're going to attack it full bore. Talipov took a little punishment. Johnson took a little punishment before. We have a split. Right now, it's 29 riders. This is exactly what I was looking for. Now there's a Peloton behind it, and it is missing at least McNulty, because McNulty is the current race leader. So we are going to put that pressure on. Now, it's still 25K from the finish. Okay, we've still got a ways to go. But if we can get through this climb with a limited group and then somehow maintain that gap, 30 seconds is 30 seconds.
Just reeled in the escape group.
Jorgensen, done. Johnson. Okay, on to Killen. Johnson tried to get onto the back. Jorgensen tried to get onto the back. Come on, guys. At the moment, it's back together, but that doesn't mean it will be, because we're going to keep the pressure on for the moment. 22K to go. Okay, another split. It's 46 riders, though. There are some riders that are missing. Okay, Gazzoli, Johnson getting back on, so we can keep up this pressure. We've got 28. All right, on to Talipov, and then Killen will get onto the back. It's a mostly downhill section, so we can keep up tempo relatively well through here. Oh, come on, back together. How is it back together? We're going at a 99 with somebody at the moment who is a 80 downhill. 59 flat, though. Zeta went down, and he's all alone on that. Poor guy. 13.8K. I'm not going to use your gel yet, but let's use Millar's. Alright, I want Rodriguez to drop back and Moreau to drop back. Can we do that? How about we just do it this way? Alright, change that order up, prepping ourselves for the last bit of this climb to come. Millar pushing through the first little uphill section. And then that's going to be Jorgensen taking us through the downhill section. Millar try to get behind Rodriguez. Talipov there. Killing gel. Under 8 kilometers now, and we're hitting the end. This is it. First little piece of the climb. There's not much to this one. Gazzoli's going to get through it pretty quick. Killen and Johnson aren't going to last long, but we do have Moreau. We do have Rodriguez. And we do have... let's see. Johnson's done. Get out of there. Glad I caught that. Okay. And we're down to 4 riders, but that's okay. That's not a problem. Keep on, keeping on. We're going to get on to Millar to try to get in that gap as quick as you can, and then we need to do this. There we go. All right. On to Millar. Handle the downhill. Moreau will give us the uphill. Leading out Rodriguez. 4K, 48 riders here. We should see a little gap. Okay, Millar sprint. And on to Moreau. 2K to go. And we've got a 2-man break. Okay, Moreau keep pushing. And Rodriguez try to finish it off. They've got a 22-second advantage. It's not a big advantage, and they don't have red bar left. They are being caught. Yeah, Bernal. Can we get second? We can get second, though. We can get second. That's worth 6 seconds. And we do have some separation. Let's see what they give us. Higuita takes third. Colombian 1, 2, 3. Sivikov, Pedersen, Oliveiro, Ceseda. 3 more Colombians in the top 10, including Moreau, who grabs 9th. 6 Colombians making the top 10. Holy cow. That's impressive. Alright, so we don't get a stage win on this one, but we do get a second. We put the pressure on. That did make us a little more tired, but we grabbed second place. And I don't know if there's going to be time gaps. Look at that huge group. There's your time gaps for sure right here behind this. But that's 120 riders, I think. So we'll see what we get. I'd love to see a time gap or 2 or 3. McNulty was only 14th. Pogacar 13th. Bardet was 12th, so they were down a little bit. Carapaz was 17th. Paulus was down in 20th. By the way, the entire top 5 from last year's Giro, all 5 are back. Yermakov defending. Bernal was 2nd. McNulty was 3rd. We were 4th. And Carapaz was 5th a year ago. Or Sivikov was 5th, sorry. And then Carapaz was around 6th or 7th with Hershey. No, Hershey was 7th from a year ago. But, okay, how we look. Wait. Time gaps anywhere? Okay, 37 riders. And then Roglic and Rivera losing a minute. Rivera was 10th a year ago, I think. Roglic losing a minute. Dunbar lost a minute 18. Trentadue lost time. Okay. All right, there were definitely some climber, possible GC contenders that lost time on this one. Definitely. There you go. There's Trentadue dropping to 15th at 2:29. There's Higuita at 2:18. There's Yermakov. Yermakov lost time, folks. We did it. Oh, we did it. We might not have won the stage, but we won the day big time. There is Yermakov down in 77th place. The defending champion has slipped to 11th at a minute 48 down. Danny Martinez is 10th. Carapaz is 9th. Uman is 8th. Ceseda. I mean, all of these guys, all of the top 12 anyway, top 13 are contenders. I have no idea about Schrodel. 79 mountains, 78 time trial. The entire top 15, I mean, no doubt about it, they're all contenders. Safonov, I would say, probably isn't as a 77, but looking at this list, right? All of these guys, 80-plus climbers. All of them. And 83s, 84s are not uncommon at all. Look at this. Ceseda is an 83. Paulus. There's one of your weaker ones. Hamilton is a 79.77. So he'll drop away. Rodriguez at an 83.80 with 78 resistance, though, is absolutely a contender for this thing, especially with that little bit of sprint. It gives him a chance to do some things. I mean, today, okay, Bernal gained 4 seconds. He moved himself ahead of us, but we moved ahead of Hamilton. The three of us came in together on that last stage, stage 4, the climbing one. And so it would have been nice if we were the ones 36 and he was 40, but I mean, come on. I'm not going to begrudge 4 seconds. He's a 72 time trial. We're an 80 time trial. If we are close to Bernal, if we're within a minute of Bernal, we'll crush him in the time trials. So I'm not too worried about him. Sivakov's a bit worrying, though, because he's an 82, but he's only got 73 resistance. He's got great recovery, but his resistance is a bit underwhelming. McNulty, not a great time trialist, so we do need to watch out primarily for Sivakov around us. Uman's not going to be a threat. Seida's going to be awful when it comes to the time trial. Paulus is going to lose a ton of time. Hamilton will lose time. I don't think he's going to be strong enough here. Somewhere along the line, he's going to have problems. He doesn't sprint. He's under 80 in everything except recovery. He's good, but he'll lose time somewhere. Bound to. Carapaz isn't a threat. Martinez is good, but 80 mountain comparatively in this field, he's already down almost as much as he can really afford to be down, especially with a 75 time trial. And then Yermakov, who struggles in the time trial but is the top climber in 84, losing time like that is massive. I mean, he's 79 hill too, so he shouldn't have lost time like that. We caught him out. It worked. All right, well, there were gains in that little moderate stage. Let's move forward. I like our position. Things are going good. Quick check-in on our second Dossier period. So Rodriguez, the really fantastic news, in a single period, he's gained 30%. So even though we had terrible interest, which really worried me that we weren't going to be able to get him re-signed, we will actually hit 100%. We've got plenty of time to do it. Makine is going to hit 100%. Wykankis will not. So that is super unfortunate. I think we're actually going to end up losing Wykankis. We might recover Rodriguez, but I think Wykankis is going to be gone because we're not going to hit that 100% interest level, and there's no way we can afford both of those guys. Though I thought the one that was going to be more affordable was going to be Wykankis, but at this point, based on interest, Rodriguez actually might be the one who is more affordable for us in the long term. Ukin will hit 100%. Millar already has, so that happened nice and quickly. Hillary Breck, we've added to the list because they are just 20 years of age and already a 76 and climbing very well, though they do need resistance. But at that age, they've got to have some room for development, and they are 5'8" potential. So if we can pick up the resistance side of that, Hillary Breck becomes right away a contender for your poor man's Rodriguez. It makes a big difference, and he's already high on interest, so that should be an easy signing for us. All right, here's the state of things as we are now on stage 8. It's another punchy stage. I'm back sooner than I wanted to be back, but things are happening. One, the rain is falling, and that's added a little chaos, but there was already some chaos before the rain kicked in. For me, the chaos was that David Killen was free rein. My Domestiques, Jorgensen, Talpov, Gazzoli didn't make it through the climbs. They didn't have the energy, the undulation. They got dropped. But David Killen went to get water. And then Killen ended up missing a split and ended up in the group with the other riders. So unlucky for him. We lost out. We did get the water part taken care of, and now with 27 kilometers to go, there's only 58 riders left in the Peloton. So Moreau needs to protect Rodriguez. I know that much. And then Millar and Johnson, we'll try to keep them fresh. But as we go to approach the end here, if I had more firepower, if I had more riders, I would keep riding hard. But there is some pressure at the front, so I don't expect too many riders to be coming back. Now, the breakaway's nearly caught. They're nearly done. The last 3 are just there, just up the road, so that's not a problem. But the other piece of chaos was that short little shower we had. There was one crash that involved about 10 riders. They're now back in that A2 group that's chasing, that's desperately trying to get back up here. Now, the reason why they're desperate and chasing is there was a couple of contenders in there, including Danny Martinez. So there are some riders that went down in a crash, as we now have just 18 kilometers left, that are trying to get back up here. Now, David Killen is in that group, and so we can kind of see Owain Duell is among those that are here. Conchi is here. Some of these guys were dropped, Rivera and Martinez, and you can see they're doing the big chasing, and Andrade, the other one, that are strong contenders, and got left behind. So there's a real chance to gain some time on those guys today. Unwritten rule, you kind of want to leave them be, but you kind of don't. Okay, so Millar's going to be the one to lead us out today, I believe. Oh yeah, 76 hill, 81 mountain. Johnson, of course, is going to be the stronger climber, so Moreau is going to get used up first. He's the punchiest, but get him moving towards the front gently for now, as we've got 2 climbs ahead of us. We don't want to be pushing too hard at this point. We just want to be in position for the double climb. We've got about 8K to the finish when that's going to hit. We're already at 14 now, so.
There's a sustained rhythm at the moment. Some riders definitely
And the gap's now opening behind us, so those guys are not going to make it back on. Under 13K. Moreau's 87 is enough pace to keep them at bay. Sorry to them, but it is time to get on with our plan. I was intending to use Gazzoli at this point to be pushing and putting pressure on this field and trying to keep some riders behind as we go to attack the finish, but here we go. 4.3K on this little double first climb. It's coming a little sooner than I thought. We're at 10K. I thought it was going to be about that it was going to happen at about the 8K mark, so it happened a little sooner than expected. And those guys got back on anyway, so they are at the very back of this group, 55 riders, but there's going to be a lot of fatigue. Those guys are very likely to get dropped. Killen somehow did not make it in that. I'm not sure how he didn't. So we go through that first piece already, and we're still in great shape now, 7.7, so we're going to start pushing harder as we go through this uphill section, and then we're going to full-on attack the descent because it's a short run to the finish line from there. Down to 40. And down to 6.5K. Moreau is going over the top. We want him to go full bore as he takes it over the top. He's a downhill 70, but that gives me 3 riders for the lead out. Get Millar's gel going. We'll wait on Rodriguez a little longer. 5K. Okay, downhill's going to go pretty dang fast. 3.9K. Moreau, start attacking. 37 riders in contention. And again, those guys at the back, we are going way too fast for them to actually gain anything. 28 riders, 21 riders. $1.3K. And we're already approaching the finish. And Rodriguez, 700 meters. Can he get a stage win this time? He's got somebody on his wheel, Higuita, who's going really fast. He's out of energy already. How did these guys still have energy and he doesn't? He'll get third today.
It was very well deserved.
He got third. Okay. Apparently, Palace, who was a full wheel behind him 3 feet before the finish line, covered an entire wheel in 3 feet. Fourth place. But there were some splits. We'll see who lost some time. Yermakov got up there. He's in 5th. Bernal's up there. McNulty, at least they didn't gain time. Trentadue is up there. Carapaz is up there. Dunbar. Millar took 12th. Hamilton's up there. Sivakov is up there. So those guys did not lose time. But we'll see who did. So yeah, I thought I didn't go early enough, but yeah, he still managed to grab 4th place and managed to run out of red bar before the finish line. Rodriguez did. He was definitely fading. I get that, but I thought for sure a full wheel just a couple feet from the finish line would be enough to hang on to. No time gaps at the front. And there's the time gap after 28th, as predicted. And let's see who lost time. Simon Yates, Moscon, Roglic again losing time. Lopez loses time. That's a big one. He's definitely up there in the order. Pretty high. Landa is. It's insane how many top riders are here. I mean, every top rider who has not retired just about is in this race. All right, new standings. McNulty still in the lead. Sivakov still 4 seconds back. Bernal at 36, and we're at 40. No change at all in the top four. Hamilton at 46. Palace gained 4 seconds. Should have been ours, but okay, fine. I concede. Whatever, it happened. Minute 11 for those guys. Minute 26 for Carapaz. Yermakov back into 10th place now at still a minute 48. Hagita at 2:08. And let's see, Trentadue, Safanov, Rubio. Lopez, there's his lost time. I think he's the one who dropped, so he's the only one in that top 15 who ended up losing time. So we're at the point in this tour where things are really just starting to get interesting. Fortunately, we still have our fitness peak. It's still ongoing for a little bit longer, so we'll be good there. Stage 9, big climbing finish. You got a double climb too, 8.5K, slight downhill before then another 21K. So that's virtually 30 kilometers straight of climbing on a stage that's only 147 kilometers in length, meaning it's going to be full gas probably from the beginning. And then immediately after is the big time trial. There's going to be a lot of riders that could lose significant time. It's almost 40 kilometers. The undulation is not much, so it's going to largely come down to a time trial rating. So that's fantastic for us. After stage 10, I would imagine we can be at the very least in a podium position. 11th, a lot of climbing, yet only punchy. 14th, short mountain stage. 15, short punchy stage. Sorry about that. My phone's going crazy here. Stage 16, that's a big one. So after 10, that's really the next one to watch out for is 16. So 9 and 10, big stages, and then 16. We've got 17. It's punchy. It's really long, 216K, and that is a lot of uphill. That's going to be tougher than I think it looks. 18, and this is at a point where we're getting into the bonuses for what do you call it? The training camp that we went on, observation camp. 19's massive. That's going to be very decisive. 20 less so, and then 21, 29 kilometers. It's a little shorter. It's a little downhill, but no climbing to help the non-time trialists in the GC. So again, I like our chances on those two time trials of really, really gaining some time on many of the competitors, but maybe not everybody. But again, we're not yet into that final stage where we're down to a +1. So that's a very good thing for Rodriguez. That is all the time we have for today, but we're going to get through those two very key 9th and 10th stages next time, and then we're going to have still some time to get through another 1 or 2 of those intermediates, and then we'll already be pushing into the final bits of this year's Giro. And like I said, all of last year's top 5 are still there. Yermakov defending, Bernal, Carapaz, McNulty, Rivera, like all of these guys were in the tour and then some. So now there's, an additional 10 or so that weren't in it. It's just insane how competitive this Giro is. Getting a win is going to be really tough, but so far so good. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. See you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.